heard that and that's what they were feeling, they could write something to it.
Absolutely. Do you think, is it ever hard, like, do you ever go into a song writing it saying, okay, I'm going to write this for song style A, as opposed to B, C, and D, or do you just kind of jam around and then, you know, find a good loop and then that's how you build it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know where to, whenever you go and, like, write a song, make a song, are you thinking of making a song for hip-hop, or like, all right, you know, this is Monday, I'm going to write a song for hip-hop, like, all right, this is Saturday, I'm going to write a song for house, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that all work?
That goes with the feeling of what I'm listening to. You know how you go through moods when you listen to music?
Yeah.
Like, you might start off the week listening to, let's say, jazz, and then by the middle of the week, you're listening to soul, something like that. Whenever I feel like being creative, whatever I've been listening to previously will influence what I wind up making. Okay. You know what I mean? So, like, before I sit down to make anything, once I start making something, I already know what genre I want to go with. Now, how it's going to happen, that usually just comes about from a loop or a particular sample. I remember last time, he was like, you're the first person I met that, like, makes a beat strictly from a sound that they hear, you know, then it wraps around that, you know. I still do that.
That's right. I remember that, yeah. That was excellent, man. That was really, really good. Now, people can also check out your songs over the internet, right? You got like a website and all that?
It's still LakeStreetDetour.com, which is LakeStreetDetour.com. But I'm also on Instagram under DJ Chubb38. And, no, that's SoundCloud. I'm on SoundCloud. It's DJ Chubb38. Or you can follow me on Instagram as DJ Rocker Party.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, with the internet now, you'll find yourself having multiple emails, multiple this and that, different websites. It's just, sometimes it can be overwhelming because you got to update all of those. Every time you make one new track, they got to go on all of them to stay current. You know, and that's not my favorite part of it. But that's what happens. So if I'm overwhelming your listeners, by telling you this website versus that website, just check out one and you'll find me through links for the rest.
Right on. Right on. Now, something that many people have said is that a man is only as strong as the woman that he comes home to. And your wife is actually here with us in the studio.
Very beautiful wife.
And she, what does she bring to you? Like, how does she help you in your artistic process, you know?
Space.
Yeah.
She lets me do my thing, you know. So when I'm in there, she knows it's like there's certain periods when I'm making a track that, you know, how I'm saying everything seems to be working like the cogs on the clock. At that particular moment, that's like she leaves me alone during that moment. You know, no matter what's going on. Now, if the house is on fire, it's a different story.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
But like, let's just say food's ready or somebody knocking on the door or a phone call, something like those things. She takes care of herself, and she listens to a lot of my music, and she's very supportive too. Especially like the neo soul category, like the things when I'm playing more piano and I'm doing more things on the keys. She listens to that. She likes that style of music. So generally, when I make those beats, I let her critique them and see how she vibes off of them. But when it comes to the hip hop underground stuff, that speaks for itself.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
sure.
But she's a big helper all the time.
So then she will actually kind of be like, hey, you know, this sounds really good, but I think you should do this. Does she ever kind of throw that in there?
Once in a while. Usually before I let her hear a track, I try to have it, you know, the way I would if I let anybody listen to it. But because I know she would appreciate it more because she's my wife and she likes that style of music, I want her input on it first.
Right on.
You know.
You ever written her a song?
Actually, that is one of those albums I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's an album that I'm working on, which is strictly dedicated to my wife. And
a whole album?
Yeah. So far, it's about 11 songs on there.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. I haven't put it out yet because I got some other things I want to work out. I think I might have one of them on that list. I'm not sure.
Would it happen to be?
If it says R&B and neo soul next to it, what's the title?
I'm Glad I'm Yours.
Yes.
Is that one of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I play it in the background? Or
yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm Glad I'm Yours. Actually, you know what? I think, man, why don't we, unless you want to end with something else, I can put it at the end, depending whichever is better for you.
Man, you the host, so do whatever works for you.
Right on, right on.
If anybody's listening, like I said, you can find these tracks on my website, which is Lake Street Detour, LakeStreetDetour.com. Some of these tracks you will find on SoundCloud, but the particular track we're talking about now is on my website.
Okay. Right on, which is Lake Street Detour. Okay. Right on, man. Well, we are also going to be talking to Marcel via video, I should say. As soon as we wrap up here, we're going to go into the back green room, and he's going to show us how to make. Basically, I guess you're going to show us what? You're going to show us like how to.
I'm going to take a couple of the beats that I've already done and break it down, and I'm also going to show as much as I can about what the program does. You know, because my main thing that I like to do is just to help people who are trying to get into this to understand that you do not have to have an elaborate, expensive studio to make either decent music or to make music at all. You know, everything that you need is pretty much just a finger click away. You know, some of these programs I'm talking to you about, I didn't go anywhere to buy them. I purchased them online from the actual retailer's site. You know, you don't have to have a whole lot of money. It's a little bit of money, you know, that you set to the side specifically to do, you know, what you love for music. Totally. You know, that's why I want to show people that. Because the program that I mainly use to mix and engineer my tracks is a program that maybe half, if half, of our listeners have probably heard of, which is Mixcraft. Mixcraft is a really good program. It's inexpensive, and it does everything you want, and all the VSTs that you could possibly add to, and the plugins work with the program. You know, the more popular program is Pro Tools. That's cool if you can afford it, and then if that's what you want to use. Because Pro Tools, what's good about that program is it links. You can take that file and take it to any studio that uses Pro Tools, and then plug it in, and it just works. That's cool. But that might not fit you. That doesn't fit me because I'm not visiting every single studio. I figure if I get on that level, then I can afford to have a Pro Tools. You know what I'm saying? Right now, what I do, which is mostly underground stuff, I don't need a Pro Tools.
Right on. Right on. So then for anyone out there that's just starting out, or anyone that's even just sitting there and wants to start making beats, they just don't know where to start, what do you think would be the best way for them to start?
Find out what type of music moves you the most. And if it does that, then go from there. You know, I mean, you gotta have something that moves you in order to have like a creative passion for something. It doesn't only have to be music. You could be an artist. Something moves an artist to paint what he does. You know, so same thing with music. Something has to move you to create that particular style. You know.
Do you think that, I guess I should ask you one of the last questions here I would ask you is, what is it that moves you to write music, to write your songs? What kind of thing happens? Are there any specific kind of things that happen or kind of moods that you're in whenever you are like, hey, you know, I just need some quiet time to go write this next track, you know?
I don't say I necessarily need some quiet time to go write this next track. I just do it because I love it. I listen to a lot of jazz, you know? And when you listen to a lot of jazz or you listen to a lot of different music and you see the influences that certain genres of music have on others, that's what moves me. Like, I'll give you an example. Some of my friends, like rock. Let's take rock music, okay? What influenced rock music? You know, that's a question, for real. You know, something that influenced rock music, right? But now people will listen to blues, but then when they hear rock, if they don't like, oh, I don't like that, it is all noise, blah, blah, blah. But the music you do like to listen to influenced that music.
Right.
So if you like this one, you got to at least give the other one a chance, especially if there's an influence in it. Yeah. So that's what drives me to make the music I do, because right now a lot of those jazz samples that I'm doing, that's because I listen to jazz, and then I hear it in a lot of the underground stuff. You know, you got people out there like Madlib. He's one of the people I like really follow his music. Him, and then you have MF Doom, and then you have Danger Mouse. You know, so I'm just naming some of those guys because when I hear their music, it influences me. You got a guy, piano player, Robert Glasper. He's one of those type of players where he's with everybody. That's like when I was talking to you earlier about, you know, one person having a hand in a lot of different stuff. Robert Glasper has done things with a lot of individuals on one album that you normally wouldn't see. You know, he's done things with Erykah Badu, Musique. He's done things with this other, I want to say Common, but I know it's not Common. It's someone with that style of rap, you know.
Okay. So
he does a lot of things, and that influences me. Because I'm like, all right, cool, I want to try to do something like that because I know I like that music. I'm already halfway there because I play piano too. And then I want this other aspect of I got the hip hop. So how do I mix the two? How do I bring the two together to make my own style?
Right on.
You know.
Well, excellent, man. You know, you got to just keep on doing what you're doing, which is obviously working out for you really, really well. Looking forward to getting home and, you know, putting all these on my my computer, burning them, and honestly just cruising in for a bit. It's always great having you here, Chubbs / Marcel. Thanks for being on, man. Excellent. Now, I mean, the radio listeners are not going to be able to hear this right now, but you guys can check out this video because we are filming this, as well as the next video that you out there in Radio Land are not going to be able to hear. Going to be going out back into the green room in just a couple minutes, and Marcel's going to show us, kind of break it down as far as the process of creating the music that he does. So we're going to post a video of that on tomorrowsalliance.com, as well as you guys can just search for GoodTimesRadio-TV at www.youtube.com. But yeah, folks, so this has been, Marcel Forrest. Very, very glad to have him here. Thank you very, very much for being on, man.
Thanks for having me back again.
Definitely, and we'll have you on again soon, all right, as soon as you put out that next album.
Yeah, that'll work.
Right on. All righty, folks, so I guess before we go, I'm going to actually play a track he has given me titled I'm Glad I'm Yours. Unless you want to hear something else.
I kind of overrule that because they can find that one on my website. Everything we've been talking about has been hip-hop, jazz standards with samples in it. So play that subtle style, not the instrumental, but play the subtle style. I'm not sure what track number that is.
That'll be track 13.
13. Okay.
You want to just tell us a bit about it really, really quick?
It's basically I have a jazz sample right in the background with as many samples as I think fits the point. Like you try to speak through the music, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So since I'm not lyrical, I'll use the samples to kind of create the words, so to speak, for the song. And it's just vocal samples, but if I tell you completely how I did it, then that kind of gives away a little bit of the secret.
Of course.
But you'll see when you listen to it, it's just like I said, it's got mad samples in it, and I don't mind doing that because it's been done and perfected by other artists, so I could create and express myself by following that same path when it comes to this style of music.
Right on. Well,
so this is it's not wrong.
Right. Well, this is going to be Marcel sharing his subtle style with us. You guys can also check this out at lakestreetdetour.com or soon to be.
No, yes, that's up.
All right.
That's up and running.
All right. 2
years.
Yeah. All right, then, folks. We will be back with Marcel in a little while. Check out the next video at tomorrowsalliance.com.